you hear me? Hello.
Oh, can you hear me?
Hi. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
And how are you today? Can you please tell me how are you today?
I'm good, but I'm a little busy.
Okay. And what is your job? What do you do?
I am the lecturer at the International School of Business, UAH
Oh,
University.
oh, wow. Wow. Okay, very nice. And do you like your job? Do you like it?
Yes, I love my job. Actually, I have worked here like for 10 years.
Oh, very nice. But you look so young.
Really? Thanks.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so welcome to my class. Okay, so my name is Nikola, but you can call me Nick.
Okay.
It's much easier to say Nick. Okay, and can you please tell me? Okay, sorry, if you have any questions, if you don't know something, please ask me, and I will help you with everything. Okay.
I'm sorry, but can you introduce about yourself because VIB English didn't send me any information about you. So
Mhm.
it's really great if you can like briefly introduce yourself so that we can know each other better.
Yes, of course. So my name is Nikola. Like I mentioned, it's much easier to call me. You can call me Nick. Okay, you don't need to call me teacher. Okay, because this is too official. So you can call me Nick. I'm from Serbia. Do you know where is Serbia?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm from Serbia. I'm 40 years old. In November, I will be 40. Uh, yes, I'm working for VIP English for 2 years, something like this. I have a lot of teaching experience, almost 7 years online. Yes, I like to play. My hobbies are basketball, volleyball. Uh, I like to hang out with my friends. I like to travel, and someday one of my dreams is definitely to come to Vietnam. I never been to Vietnam, and I want to come because I met a lot of students for Vietnam, and I can say that people are very friendly
Yes.
from Vietnam. Yes, and all of them invite me to come, and this is something that I'm looking forward to do because, like I mentioned, this is something that this is unique opportunity to come to see, to meet other people, to meet other culture. I know a lot of things, but it's much better for me if I meet people in person, so that I can know more about your religion, about yours, about everything. So this is something that I would like to do it.
Yeah. Nice to know.
Yes. Okay. Right now, I'm living in the second biggest city in Serbia. The name of the city is Novi Sad. Capital city in Serbia is Belgrade. Okay, so we are a very small country, very proud. We have a lot of in common with Vietnamese people. Okay, so friendly. We are a very friendly nation. We like sport. We have famous athletes around the world about sport, like tennis player Novak Djokovic. He's the one of the stars in our country because he's the best tennis player in the world. Right now, we have Nikola Jokic. He's the best NBA player in basketball. So we are like sport nation, different types of the sport. So
Yeah.
we like it. Yeah. That's something small about me. And can you please tell me something about you?
Actually, it's great to know you more. Am I correct that CPR is near Hungary?
Hungary, yes. Serbia is, yes. Practically, I'm very close to Hungary because Hungary is in the northern, our neighbor from the northern part, and I'm living practically in the northern part of the country.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
hello, I'm Trang. You can call me Trang. I'm now 33 years old. I got married and I currently have 2 children. Um,
Congratulations.
my daughter is about 4 years old, and my son is about 2 years old. Yeah, so I work as a lecturer at the university in Twin City, and apart from that, I also the academic operations managers at my school. So I am in charge of something like student service and academic training for students, like arrange the study plan for the students, recruit lecturers for the classes, so on. Yeah. So I work as a lecturer, and I also work as the back office at in. Yeah.
Okay, there. Very nice. Okay, I forgot to mention, because you mentioned that you have children. I forgot to mention that I also have but one child. One child. He's in the middle between your children. You mentioned that your daughter is around 4, son is around 2. Okay, my
Yes.
son is 3 years old.
Wow, that's
Yes,
great.
yes. Okay, yes, it's really, really nice. And yeah, okay, this is something that I definitely like. I like to spend time with my son, to enjoy, to have fun, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Now he's on the countryside with grandparents, because it's like holiday. So we don't want to put him in the kindergarten, because we want him to enjoy a little bit, to be relaxed. So yes, this is why we decide to have him in our okay, let's say in the kindergarten,
Yeah.
definitely. Okay, very nice. Okay, I'm really happy. Okay, and to meet you. And did you ever travel? You mentioned that you know Hungary. Okay, how do you know about Hungary? How do you know about this country? Did you learn on the internet, or how do you know about this country?
Yeah. Actually, in the past, I had a chance to have a student cultural exchange in Poland. And when I was in Poland, I learned some knowledge about Hungary and Serbia. Like not much, but I knew a little bit, so I still remember. So I just it's come to my mind when you introduce yourself uh, that you come from Serbia.
Mm, yes. Okay. Yes. This is something that because one of the teachers that teach here, teacher Christina, she's also from Serbia, but she knows to speak Hungarian. This is completely different language from around us. Completely different. We practically in this region where we have Bosnia, Croatia, Bulgaria, Romania, Serbia, Montenegro. Okay, so we are speaking practically the language is pretty much the same. We understand each other very well, but Hungarian language is completely different. Completely different. Yes, and when because I hang out with the teacher Christina, she's also working, like I mentioned, here in VIP. Okay, when she start to speak Hungarian, I don't know what she's saying. So it's
She's a cyclist. Am I right?
uh, pardon? Can you say?
Cyclist.
Nicholas, yes, you know her?
Yes, because before I have a class with her.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yes.
like she used to live in England, and because of bike competition, something like that, she needs to come back to Serbia.
Serbia. Yes. She's yes, but she's my best friend. She's
Wow.
yes. We spend a lot of time together. Okay, so as a matter of fact, yesterday we used to go to have a dinner, because my wife was with my son in the countryside, and a couple of our friends and Christina. We went to to eat dinner together in one restaurant. So yes, yeah, and we exchange ideas, and she's like my sister, something like this.
Wow. And actually, the reason I need to change the teacher is that she cannot have the morning class. Yeah.
No, I'm laughing because we used to speak about because okay, she's a really hardworking teacher, but she cannot attend the class because she when she has a class in the morning, she feels like tired the whole day,
Yeah.
and yes, and something she mentioned because I'm taking all the classes like this. Okay, I don't have any problems to I sleep less than her, and she mentioned that she has a class, and I was saying okay, I want to take it, but she was saying to me, no, I don't want to give you, you need to sleep. So and now today I will tell her that I as a matter of fact I have a classes with you. So it will be definitely it will be fun. Yes, she's cycling, she has training, she has competition in cycling, and
Yes.
yes, and on the weekend, and she last night she felt very tired because I saw that her, but now it's the time for her competition, and during the summer he has a lot of racing, racing
Yeah.
competitions, and yeah,
Yeah.
she loves it. She loves it. She's like, yeah, yeah, this is amazing.
Amazing.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes, okay, and okay, she's a little bit older than me, but she looks very young. She's a little bit older than me. She's like 41.
Oh.
Yes, yes, yes. She's
Yeah.
really great person. I love her very much. She's like I mentioned, she's like my sister. She's not my sister, but we spent to my wife loves her very much. We are like friends. She's like a family member to us,
Wow.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
see.
Yes. She's really good. Okay, and can you tell me something more about you? Would you like to travel to come to Serbia, Hungary? Would you like to travel to Europe? Would you like to do something like this?
Yeah, yes, I love traveling. I love exercises as well. So I do gym every day.
Okay.
I also bike. I also bike to work every day. That's why we Christina and me like find something in common. Like we bike.
Riding a bike. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So I love traveling, but because I have small kids, so currently we can't travel much. But my husband and I would love to plan more trips in the near future when my children grow older, like 1 more years in the
Hmm.
future.
Yes. Okay. Very nice. This is something that is really good. Yes. Yeah, interesting. Okay, like you mentioned, you remind me on her because she, like I mentioned to you, she likes to ride a bicycle a lot. Okay, and she always told me, okay, you need to buy a bike, you need to go to drive a bike with me, and I'm a different kind of I like different kind of sports. I also go to the gym 2 times a day, but but she but I like different kind of sports. She likes cycling. I like to play sports with ball, like basketball, like volleyball. So we have a lot of in common, but the different types of the sports we like different types of the sports. So yes,
Yeah.
it's a quite interesting. And you mentioned, I just want to ask you, you mentioned, okay, I can do classes. I don't know about your schedule, but I also have a free time to work in this period of time. So do you want to continue to work to have classes at 9 a.m. or oh,
For this Friday, I just knew my new schedule. So for this Friday, can we have the class at around 9 or 8:30 a.m. in the morning? But I mean Vietnam time.
Vietnam in the morning. You mentioned 8:30 or 9 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
Yes. We can do it because this is practically the only I have free time from 1:30 a.m. Sorry, 1:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. I have a free time. This is this is the time when I usually go to the gym, but it's not a problem to have a class in this period of time. So yes, of course, we will have a class in this period of time. So it's for my side, it's okay to have a class at.
Am I correct for the next class?
This. You mentioned this Friday. You want to have a class at. Okay. For me, it's okay. 8:30. You choose. You're a lady. You choose. Do you want it 8:30 or do you want it 9 a.m.? For me, it's perfect.
Okay.
Yes, Vietnam. No, we are speaking about your time. I don't have any problems. So from my side, in morning classes are during the working days are just fine. I don't have any problems with this.
Okay.
On the weekend, I take a little break and I don't have classes in the morning because I need to sleep a little bit. So no problem. We will have you just type me when you see your schedule. Just type me. Do you want to have at 8:30 or do you want to have at 9 a.m.? For me, it's perfect. Whatever you decide. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. This time because our school has the recruitment period, so I'm super busy, and my schedule is not fixed. So is it possible for me to confirm the time, like not the fixed time frame, but like for example Friday, the class on Friday I will confirm like on Wednesday or Tuesday. Is it okay?
It's okay. No problem. Just you can type me even you can type me on Thursday, for example, Thursday night, you can type me, okay, so tomorrow we will have a class at, I don't know, 8:30 a.m., 9 a.m., or we will not have class because you're busy. For my side, everything it's okay. So I don't have any problems. I clear my schedule because I don't have a lot of students who are who are having classes in the morning. So practically the whole week is free. So
Okay.
I don't have any problems with this.
That's
It's
right.
okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And would you like? I asked you, but I couldn't hear you. Would you like to travel? Would you like to go, for example, to visit some countries in Europe?
Yes. I love Europe. Actually, I spent like 2 or 3 months in Europe in 2000 and 12. I think 2012. Yeah, I spent like 2 or 3 months in Europe. So I have the great time in Europe, and I hope that I can have chances in the near future to come back to visit more places and to discover more things, more food in Europe.
Okay, and which countries did you visited so far? Because I'm just interested in which country did you visited so far in Europe? Can you please tell me?
Yeah, probably G7 group like Germany,
Yeah.
like Poland. Yeah,
Holland,
yeah, like Switzerland.
Switzerland. Hmm.
Yeah, the group.
Okay, and which of these countries is your favorite? Which of these countries that you visited so far is your favorite?
Perhaps I love Poland the most because I spent more time in Poland. I didn't have much time in Switzerland. Um, I also spent time in Germany, but I felt that the people in Germany were not so friendly to me. Like they saw I am perhaps because of I am an Asian person, so they have some discrimination.
Okay, I just want to tell you something. I don't think Okay, maybe you know better because you went there, but German people usually they are very cold to other people, because this is just my opinion. I don't think it's connected with because you're from Asia, because they are like this when where, for example, every tourist or someone else when come to Germany, they are usually this is their usual behavior to others. So I don't think that this is connected with this because you're from Asia. I think that this is connected with something else, that this is their nature. They are always like that to any other people. I went to the Germany, and I know that when I try to speak with them, because I know to speak a little bit German. Okay, when I try to speak with them, okay, and when I try to say something, they look at me like,
Oh, yeah, yes, correct. Yeah, yeah.
okay, and they think that they are how should I say, higher race. They think that they are much better than others, and but this is something that I think that this is something that is connected with German, with Austria, with Switzerland, and northern countries. They are acting like this. In the South Europe, okay, people are more friendly. When you visit Italy, when you visit Spain, when you visit Greece, Balkan region, okay, people are more friendlier than
I see.
yes. And this is not like I mentioned, this is not they are for all people, they are acting like this. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't care about them so much. So yes, this is something that I get used to it, and this is something that, yeah, part of their nature, because maybe because they live in the northern part, and usually people from Scandinavia are even worse. And one of my friends who is living in Scandinavia, he explained me, okay, can you imagine, he told me, Nick, can you imagine that you spent 10 months in Austria, in for example, in country, he used to tell me two things. In country where, for example, you have 7 or 8 or 9 months, you have a winter, which a lot of snow, you will feel depressed. So this is one thing, and another thing is connected to okay, he sent me some pictures during the summer. Can you imagine that it's midnight in their country and it's day? Yes. And when it's for example, winter, night comes for example at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. it's night.
Oh, 3 p.m.
And 3 p.m. it's complete dark, it's complete night. But now,
Wow.
because they live in the northern part, and um, they have sun, and now I don't know how to explain. Now the movement of the earth is a little bit different, and at midnight he sent me pictures. It's midnight, and he sent me pictures each day. Yes. And
Interesting.
and during the winter at 3 p.m. it's night,
Wow.
and they feel depressed. Can you imagine that you wake up, for example, at 8 or 9 a.m.? It's okay, it's a little day, it's a little blurry, and after 5 hours it's night.
Wow.
So, yes, maybe this is because I know that Vietnam and Serbia practically they are in the same level. When the
Yes.
earth in there on the same
Yes.
level, we have I don't know, 8 to 12 hours during the year. We have day, okay, no problem, and we have night. We sleep at night, but they don't have it. So he used to have problems with his son because uh, the child is wake up wants to go to sleep when it's dark and it's midnight, 1 p.m. 1 a.m. and it's still day. Child don't want to sleep. So yeah, well, we used to speak a lot. Okay, so we have here. I received material from VIP. Okay, so I will share my screen. Okay, so we have losing touch. Okay, so this is something. Okay, I love to do classes like this. That we okay, we are. I have always have some bonus questions when I'm doing with older students. So because I want to develop more speaking skills with my students. So we have here the question number one here. Is your cultural identity important to you? Okay, can you please tell me? Is this important to you? Your identity?
Yeah, yeah, maybe.
Why?
I think it's important, but it's not so important. I mean, I think it's not critical. Um, Actually, depending on where you come from, you have certain cultural and traditional values and characteristics that define you. Um, However, I think each person will have their own, like their particular traits and characteristics that may better define themselves. Um, but anyway, because I was born in Vietnam, so I do have certain cultural aspects that that I respect and I follow. So, in general, my cultural identity is important.
Okay, and what is the most important about your culture? Okay, so for example, I just want to mention about my nation. We have a lot of similarities, Serbian people and Vietnamese people, because we have similar things that happened in the past. Okay, so we are a very proud nation, and we respect our history very much. Can you please tell me about your uh, your thoughts, something that you think about your country? Uh, okay, can you give me more details about your feelings that are connected to your country? Can you tell me something more about what do you think?
Um, I think in Vietnam, I like I think similar to the East Asian countries. Vietnamese culture has the quite similar characteristics like family values, the respect for community, um, and we also have religion belief. Yeah. Mm.
Okay.
And in addition, we also have traditional clothing that define us, áo dài, um, uh, yeah, and yeah, we respect family values. So I think um, family values are very important to us. So like whatever we do, we always do for our family members, and we always uh, tend to do the best for our family.
To do the best. Okay, and this is interesting. I know that you mentioned that you're married. Okay, imagine that you're single right now. Would you marry someone from a different country?
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, actually, if I wanted, I can like I could I could get married with someone from a different country because I had a chance to live in I live overseas like for a few years because I studied my bachelor in Singapore and also traveled to a lot of countries. But in my own opinion, I want because I want to stay in Vietnam and I want to communicate. I want to have like friendly communications with my husband, and I want like to to share common tradition, values. I don't want to have conflict, so I prefer to get married with a Vietnamese guy.
Okay. Okay, and would you consider, for example, to move to some other country, not in Asia? Okay, so if you are in this situation, okay, we are just speaking about this. Okay, I know that now you are in Vietnam, that you have a family and everything else. But if you're single, would you mind, for example, to live to come to live in a some other country? Which, okay, you mentioned that. Okay, it's fair to say, okay, you cannot think that you marry someone who is not from your country. So would you consider, for example, to marry someone and to live in another country? So, for example, in Europe, in USA, in Australia, Western countries. So what do you think about this?
Actually, if I love that person big enough, I will try my best to accommodate with the situation. And if it's good for my future and it's good for my children, I mean my future children, then I will move to another country or to settle down in another country.
Okay, okay, and in which country, because you used to travel a lot, okay, in which country would you consider to live? In which country, for example, you would consider to live? Which country, for example, is do you think it's good for you to live on? Okay, if it's not Vietnam.
Yeah,
So
if it's not Vietnam, then I think it might be Singapore because
Singapore.
it's very close to Vietnam and their cultures and their food. I mean, are quite similar to Vietnam, and but they have like very fresh environment, very safe environment. Yeah, so I think Singapore.
Singapore. Okay, okay, well, okay. That is really fair. That is quite okay. And yes, okay. And could you raise? Okay, do you know anyone who has raised in a different country? Do you have any friends who have raised their children or someone else in foreign country?
Yes, a lot. Yeah, a lot of my friends, they settle down in another country,
Mhm.
not Vietnam.
And what is their experience? What do they say about this? What is their experience about this? Do you think do they think this is bad? What do they think about this?
Actually, living in Vietnam or living in another country do have pros and cons. Um, there are a lot of aspects involved in the decision. Most of my friends actually would like to live in Vietnam because they can take care of their parents a lot. As I mentioned with you before, Vietnamese people value family a lot. So uh, we want to take care of our parents and relatives. That's why most of my friends would like to stay in Vietnam if they have chance. However, if they think about the future, I mean their future and their children, they sacrifice to live in another country for better education, for better earnings, so that they can bring the money back and support the family.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. That is something that it's similar. It's similar here in Serbia. It's very similar. This is one of the reasons that I mentioned to you that people are okay. They respect this. Okay, they are keeping in touch with the family a lot. Okay, so they with parents and everything else. It's completely different comparing to other countries in Europe, okay, or USA or Canada. So it's completely different. And this is why I mentioned to you that Serbia is very similar about family traditions and everything else, comparing to you. When I compare, for example, Vietnam and Serbia, it's very similar. So I understand what you want to say, because especially in case of my wife, she's really connected with her family, really connected with her family. I'm not so much, but okay, I also have a younger brother, younger sister, and yes, I understand what you want to say. So from my side, it's I understand, because of my wife. She's having um, she having phone calls every day, 2 or 3 times a day, with her mom and with her dad. And for me, it's okay. I call my mom, I don't know, 2 or 3 times a week to see is everything okay, because we are not living in the same city. But she she's calling her parents every day, 2 or 3 times a day, and I don't know. Yes, I understand. I understand what you want to say. Okay, and okay, because we have, even though we are living in the different continents. Okay, so we have also very similar background when we are speaking about history. I learned a lot about Vietnamese history. I know a lot about what happened in the past.
Oh,
Yes, I know that, because, and it's very similar to Serbia. It's very similar to Serbia, because in Serbia we also have a lot of wars in the past.
oh,
Yes, World War One started in Serbia.
oh,
Uh, and
yeah.
after this, we used to have Balkan Wars, two Balkan Wars, World War II, NATO bombing in the 1999. So we used to civil war in 1991 to 1995. So we I understand. I learned a lot about Vietnamese history, and I can say it's similar thing, and behavior it's completely dissimilar. Okay, so yes, I understand this. Okay, and okay, so and I want to ask you because I have a friend. He's living right now in Vietnam, and he got married to Vietnamese girl, and he decided to stay, okay, in Vietnam. So can you please tell me something about this? How why the best question? Why women are so attract to people from West? Okay, because he used to tell me that a lot of people who are coming to Vietnam, male, okay, they are like girls from Vietnam wants to be with these boys. So why?
Oh my.
What is the reason? Okay, you're a girl. You are very smart. You're okay, pretty. Okay, so now can you please tell me? So what is the reason because of this? Why Vietnamese girls wants to be? Because you mentioned that it's I don't know how to describe it. It's you mentioned that you cannot be, and I respect this. You cannot be with someone else that it's not that you want to be someone who is from Vietnam. It's okay. That's great. But why younger girls
Yeah,
want?
yeah, yeah. I understand your question. Uh, Actually, Western guys look handsome to us. I
Mhm.
mean, you guys are tall, handsome, and look uh, gentle. Like you guys have actions that are very gentle to us. And like most of Vietnamese guys, especially those come from the north, like Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam, the guys don't know how to act gently. Not bully you or not fight you, but for example, they don't know to pull out the chairs for the girls or open the doors for the girls. But Western guys more of Western guys know how to do that. Like you guys are very like attentive. I mean, pay more attention to small things. And you guys don't pay too much attention to something like something very detailed. Because Vietnamese people, as you may know, we were very poor in the past. That's why like people tend to save money. People tend to think a lot before they think a lot, and before they spend on something, or they want to keep more of their earnings on savings. That's why they are quite difficult to spend money. But for Western guys, you are more open, you are more friendly, and you guys are more like you guys more easier on deciding whether we can go to that trip or we can go to that dinners or the meals. But like I mean, with Western guys are more open, and in addition, if you get married with a Western guy, your children look very cute.
Huh? Really?
Yeah, like uh, more Vietnamese girl try to get married with Western guys so that their children can look better, taller, more beautiful, more handsome, and look cooler.
Yes, yes. This is something that okay. It's interesting for me because I used to speak with this friend. He's living in Ho Chi Minh City, near Ho Chi Minh City, and he used to tell me when he arrived there that a lot of girls wants to, because he's tall. Not like me, she's a little shorter than me, but because I'm 193 centimeter tall.
Wow,
Yes.
interesting to know.
What?
That's great to know.
Yes, and he's a little shorter. He's like 185, something like this, and but pretty much tall for than compare, for example, people from Vietnam. Males from Vietnam. Okay, interesting. Okay, now let's see. And okay, and what do you think about living in a different countries in Asia? Okay, you mentioned Singapore. What about other countries in Asia? Would you like to live in some other countries in Asia?
Honestly, apart from Singapore, I don't think about any other country. But if that country can provide me an excellent chance to raise my family, to earn a lot, then I can consider.
Okay, and yes, and what do you think about living in USA or Canada? What do you think about this, living there? Would you no?
Actually, I think this country provide very good education for my children. But I still love Vietnam more. I love Vietnamese people. I am familiar with the way that Vietnam operates. Or I mean, I love the food. I love, like, I think in Vietnam, if you earn enough or you earn a lot, then it will ensure you a very wealthy living, very excellent living.
Living style. Okay.
Like we have all. I mean, we have all facilities. We have all things to make sure that you can have the best things in life, as long as we have money.
Money. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very nice. Okay. And about climate, I know that your country is tropical. That okay. There and in some part of the countries that you have only two seasons, like summer and spring. Okay, so how do you handle this? Okay, I used to speak to you about Scandinavia and tell you how much day or night last. Okay, so can you please tell me about your climate? How do you handle the climate, for example, in your country? Okay, so okay, is that perfect for you? Your climate is not perfect to you. What would you like to change about climate? Would you like to?
The climate. I think in Vietnam, especially in Ho Chi Minh City, we have a constant weather throughout the year, like not too hot or not too cold throughout the year. Of course, we have like rainy season and dry season. Or in spring, we have a little bit colder weather. But in general, I think the we don't have a very big climate change in Vietnam, especially in the city. So I enjoy that, and my children enjoy that. I mean, I think it suits the kids well.
Okay, and did you ever consider, for example, okay, a lot of people from Serbia, from other parts that used to come to Vietnam, they complain about the weather because humidity is very big. Okay,
Very what?
very big. It's like humid. You have a lot. It's yes,
Yes.
yes. It's and they complain about humidity because it's. Some of them used to tell me that it's sometimes it's really hard to breathe. Okay.
I
Yes.
think
For
it's only happen in the north areas, not in Ho Chi Minh City.
okay. And why is that happening in the north? Because when I, for example, have an image in my picture, I can understand, for example, that in the south part where it's hotter, that humidity is much larger. So can you please tell me why is that happening in Vietnam? Why humidity is so big in
Yeah, like we have the two main part in Vietnam, the north and the south, and of course we have the central as well. But the weather in the north and the south are quite different. Like in the south, like Ho Chi Minh City, we have I think the weather is better where we don't have the big change among seasons. But in the north, like Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam, we have two seasons that are very different. Like one season is very hot and one season are very cold. Um, and I think we are affected by the loud winds. That's why it make the weather in the north areas um, has the very high humidity, like very how to say very um, bad, very bad weather in certain months. But for other month of the year, I think the weather is also it is also okay.
It's also okay. Yes, yes, this is because I don't know why the similar thing right now we used to have air conditioner works all the time. Okay, so we are having facing the same problem, but in the south part of the country it's not so humid. We don't have a lot of humid. But yes, I think that I understand what you want to say. Now let's see. Okay, we have here. Okay, this. Okay, we can read this text. Philip and Anna. Okay. Now let's see. Okay, I will be Philip and you will be Anna. Can we try to read this text, you and me?
Okay, sure.
Okay. So I will start. Okay, I will be Philip. Honey, I think we need to talk about Roseanne's plans for the summer. I mean, I know you feel strongly about Roseanne staying in touch with your family, but I think we should let her stay in Canada during the summer. She has band practice and the school summer camp.
Philip, my parents would be crushed if Rosen didn't go back to Brazil, and you know that there's only chance to see her.
Well, I know that, but I'm just not sure we should make her go just because your parents want to see her.
Oh, it's more than that. Also, she's losing her Portuguese. She needs to keep it up, or she never get it back.
Well, I know that's important to you, but she's had some trouble making friends in school, and the fact that she wants to be with them now is good thing.
But she always has fun when she goes to Brazil. It's for her own good. And honey, remember when she was born, we promised to raise her biculturally.
And we have done that, but she's 14 and she wants to be her own person. She can go next year.
She won't want to go. Honey, you don't know what it's like to leave your country and your family. If Roseanne loses touch with Brazil, she's losing touch with me.
Well, I know she'll do whatever we decide, but at her age, I just don't like telling her what to do.
Yes, she's a good girl, but you also know that she sometimes likes to take the easy way out. It'll be better if she goes. She'll thank us in the end.
Mhm. Okay. Now let's see. And okay, you have children.
Yeah.
So what would you do if you're in the situation like this? What would you do?
Um, yeah, actually, um, uh, I think my situation is quite similar in the way that my hometown is in Nha Trang, which is about 400 kilometers from Ho Chi Minh City, where I currently live.
Mhm.
So I always want my children to visit my parents in my hometown so that they can build the relationships and they can experience my hometown and learn about the values that I used to learn in the past.
Mhm.
Um, but we have the constraints that my children need to go to the kindergarten and we pay the tuition fees for the whole year. If we let our children go back to the hometown, we need to take the leave um, for them,
Mhm.
and we don't have any tuition fee back. Um, and one more thing is that if they go to the kindergarten every day, then they can have a good habit of going to school, and also they can learn a lot of new things. So even though I want my kids to go back to my hometown, to receive a lot of values, I need to satisfy that, and I need to put them in cities for their better things.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and what are your thoughts from your husband? What he's thinking about this? Okay.
Yeah, actually, he tries to bring he knows that my hometown is a very good place for my kids, and because we had Nha Trang has a very beautiful beach, very interesting activities for kids to play around and to learn things. So especially because my parents are old now, so my husband tries to arrange the time to visit to let my kids visit their grandparents at least once a year. If we can arrange more than that, it might be two times a year.
Okay, 2 times a year. Yeah. Okay, very nice. Okay. Yes, this is also something that I'm having also in my country. Okay, when I speak with my wife. Okay, and sometimes because she's more family person, and she when because I like when my son stays with us. I don't like when okay, he needs to go to see grandparents, definitely, no question asked. But sometimes I'm too strict when he needs to go to visit my parents, and I would say because they are living far away. And I was saying, oh no. No. But yes, I'm wrong. She's right. Okay, so they child needs to see their parents, definitely, grandparents,
Yeah.
definitely. So this is something that is
Where does your wife live? I mean,
uh,
come from?
we are practically uh, I in small countryside villages. We used to grow up. She's one part of the country, and I'm from the another part of the country. But we met each other in the second largest city in the Serbia. And yes, and we used to have, this is something that is very funny. We didn't know each other at all, but we used to have a lot of friends in common.
Wow.
Yes, and we didn't know for each other for a long period of time. We didn't know. I didn't know that she exists. She also, but she used to go in high school with some of my friends, and I didn't know anything about her. I accidentally I meet her when I was going out with my friends. I meet her, and yeah, it's a funny story, completely funny. I didn't realize that I will meet my future wife in, for example, I was going out with my friends at night, and she was dancing, and yeah, this happens. So yes, it's funny. Yes, and she likes to later on she met Christina, and they want to speak a lot. So yes, wow, amazing. Okay, so we finished because I have another class soon. Okay, I want to ask you before we finished our class. Do you have any questions for me? Is everything clear?
Yeah, I just have two points that I would like to mention. The first one is that the schedule for the next class on Friday, this Friday, we will start at 8:30,
Okay.
and for the Monday class next week, can we start at 1 or 1:30 p.m.?
Yes. Yes.
So I just write down here.
Don't worry, don't worry. I wrote everything down on my notebook, so don't worry. Everything is scheduled because I'm like old-fashioned teacher. I like everything to write on my notebook, so everything is written about this. So we will have our classes that you mentioned at Friday 8:30 a.m. and on next Monday we will have at the same period of time that we used to have today. So it's from my side, it's perfect.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes.
the second point is that because my pronunciation is not so good, so can you please help me to correct? I mean, whenever you find that I pronounce incorrectly, you just stop me and you just like
I think
correct me.
I think that you're a little bit too judgy to yourself. That means that okay, no problem, I will correct. Okay, but your pronunciation is really nice and good. Your accent is similar to Christina's accent, so like British English. So don't worry, don't worry. I will fix that. So don't worry. Every time when I think that you make
Yeah,
a
thank
mistake
you.
or something, I will fix that. So don't worry
Yeah,
about this.
sure. Like I am very bad at pronouncing the like the app, abbreviation words like
Mhm,
she will or she'll.
mhm. Yes, I
Will
understand. But
or will. Like I'm very bad at that, and
don't worry.
also the verb tense as well. I mean the past tense of verb.
Mhm.
I'm very bad at that.
Okay, don't worry, don't worry. We will fix everything. So don't worry. I wrote all of these notes that you mentioned. I wrote okay because I like to write everything down. I don't like to type. I like to write because this is something that, like I mentioned, I'm a little bit old-fashioned. I like to write everything down.
That's a good. Yeah.
Okay, I have to go now because the next class starts in 2 minutes. Okay, so
Okay.
I have another class. I wish you a nice day. I really enjoy. Did you enjoy today with me?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you so
Very.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you. Yeah.
No problem. See you next time. See you
I
on
see you
Friday.
next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah.